Welcome to the only comedy podcast on the internet. It's the Coffee Jelly Hour, episode 62. I'm Tony, and I'm joined by Ace, Matt, and Seth. We're preaching caffeine, motherfuckers. How are we doing this fine, beautiful week? Are we okay?
We're good now that your whiny ass is back.
Well, I was ill. I was ill last week. I haven't listened to I haven't listened to last week's podcast when I wasn't on it, but I'm sure you were all sending me best wishes and get well soon. I'll listen to it later. Yep. As soon as we're done with this, I'm going to listen to last week. So obviously, there's lots of sort of well wishes.
I mean, it's not worth listening to. It literally is an hour of us going, "Where's Tony?
You lost it, haven't you?
Is Tony there with you? I don't know. Is Tony
I
there
wept
with
profusely that you weren't here.
Oh,
it was just...
It was hell. Yeah, no one was skitting me for being ill. I'm not there.
Yeah, we basically pulled out the acoustic and started doing like Kumbaya, and we replaced words with Tony.
I'm looking forward to listening to that later.
Tony.
Anyway.
Tony.
I've recovered. My son's ill now, and I've never seen... He's 22 months old, and I've never seen projectile vomiting like that. It was like The Exorcist last night.
Jesus.
Honest, you know when people tell you about it and you're like, yeah, whatever. I actually walked into the room as he started puking. He stood there and it fucking shot across the room. It was a wonderful sight. I wish I would have videoed it. Actually, it was classic. So
could have been a YouTube sensation.
It could have been. I couldn't get that. I was like, can you do it again? But he was empty, so I fed him up a bit more. And it just didn't happen, but there we go.
You're like, here, eat the pea soup, damn it.
Just do it. Oh my god, undigested food. I've just been fucking clean and sick.
Surprisingly, the video you uploaded to YouTube of you stuffing your finger down his throat got taken down.
It did. It wasn't up long. Well, I don't know what the problem is. What's the problem with that? Fucking hell, people are so goddamn sensitive. Anyway, how's everybody else? I'm talking about me. Matt, are you alright? What's wrong?
No, but we don't need to talk about it.
You sure? If you don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Does it have to do with the political climate?
No, it doesn't have anything to do with that at all.
Is it anything to do with the rash? Is it to do with the rash?
No.
Okay,
that's
fine.
That's fine too. Yeah,
that's fine. Oh, listen, the other thing I want to say, right? I wanted to bring this up. My cousin, right? She's an actress. Her name's Joanne.
Tony, you're not supposed to do that.
Can I love my cousin?
That's the one.
Yeah.
No, check this one out. How mad is this? A few months ago, she tells me she's going to be on some quiz show. They're recording it a few months ago. And today, this afternoon, it was broadcast for the first time. Since she recorded this quiz show the other month, she was a contestant on the quiz show. She wouldn't tell anybody how well she did. It's one of those quiz shows where you can win money. And she kept saying, I do really bad and really crap. And even she posted something yesterday on Facebook saying, you're going to see how embarrassing I am and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it come on today, and it was one of them thinking, is she going to make a complete arse out of herself? Sat there, watched it. She actually won £10,000. I was like, what
the
fuck? Literally,
I need to be on one of those.
I was like, no way. I sent her a message before, begging message, going, please give me some money, you bitch. So yeah,
Can I love my cousin?
I know, definitely £10,000, half of that easily. I couldn't believe it. I was like, because I was thinking, is she going to
tell anyone?
So this is she recorded this about 3 months ago. Didn't tell anybody how she did. Obviously, apart from her husband.
And spent it all already.
She's probably blown it all already. But I was literally waiting for her to fuck up at the end. She gets through to the very end. I'm like, she's just going to blow it all. And it's like, you've won £10,000. Like, what? You know, when you're like shocked by it, it's like, holy shit, that's amazing. So yeah,
that is a good ruse, though.
So I know.
Yeah, it is actually. That's a pretty good. Yeah.
Strange enough, I haven't seen her from 3 months ago. I don't know. I got a postcard from Hawaii.
I wonder why.
So yeah, so there we go.
Big time in ya.
So well done, Joanne. So that was my day today, seeing that, going, what the fuck? So yeah, it's amazing. So yeah.
So you're telling us that quiz shows hire actors?
Well, yeah, she's an actor, but she just went as a normal person. She applied for it. So when she goes on, it's like she's like, my name's Joanne. I'm from the Wirral, that's where she's from, or Ellesmere, but I don't even know where she lives.
Well, you described her as an actor, so it made me think that maybe it was scripted.
No.
Yeah.
And she said, and I'm an actress. Yeah, that's what she said. Her occupation is actress. She does actually say it. So I don't think she's acting.
It isn't until the
is this a conspiracy?
The 10,000 pounds comes through, in which she's like, I don't have to act in those movies anymore.
Oh, have you seen those movies? Have you seen my cousin in those movies? Is that what you say?
Getting along with Longworth.
It's the only. It's the.
Can we love Tony's cousin?
It's the only way. Ace can get hard. It's just when he sees anyone related to me naked. Okay, it's getting awkward now. Anyway, what's everyone else been up to? Let's not talk
Making
to Matt.
porn with your cousin?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sorry you had to find out this way.
Yeah. What is this all true?
What's odd though is she wasn't in porn before, but then she won the money and got into porn. So I mean, to each their own.
Yeah, it's
well,
weird.
I mean, now she just figures like, I'm a little bit freer to experiment with my life now that I have a little bit of financial windfall.
I fancy doing porn.
The movies have a very good budget too.
Yeah, I was going to say it's
very
better budget than porn.
Yeah, it's incredible. We got Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart, and we called it Logan, and.
Yeah.
A lot of people went to see it.
God damn, that movie's so good.
Yeah, I was really shocked that Red Letter Media also gave it the highest accommodation.
Oh, really?
Really? Because they are infamous for finding the fault. They're the ones who were kind of like...
It's not a perfect... I mean, no movie is a perfect movie, but it's pretty close. I mean, it's fucking great.
I need to watch it. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Anyone seen the Deadpool 2 trailer yet?
Yep, it was in front of Logan.
Fucking amazing, that is. Yeah, that's it made me laugh a lot, actually.
Well, I laughed extra hard because
you like how men get shot? No.
Because I play, I dress up as different characters for charity and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And it's pretty funny it's pretty funny when you think, like, I play Batman for charity when I go to there's a character walk at the American Cancer Society Relay for Life, and like different characters walk around with the kids and everything out on the track, and it takes 45 minutes to an hour to get dressed up as Batman, right?
In a phone booth.
And in a changing room, right?
Yeah.
And I laugh so hard every time I do it because I'm like, you watch a Batman movie and they're like, turn on the bat signal, and Bruce Wayne is sitting at home and sees the bat signal, and in like a few minutes he's just there, and it's like, in real life, by the time Batman got all his shit on, the crime would be done and over with, and the villain would have gotten away.
Yeah, and in Deadpool 2 trailer, that's the reality. He makes the phone call as well.
There's a scene in freaking Batman Forever where he gets dressed in his bat suit in his car because Alfred has it in the trunk. I'm like, no.
You'd end up wrapping your car around a lamppost,
So I'm watching Ryan Reynolds try to get dressed into his Deadpool costume in a phone booth and just dying laughing.
It's a classic trailer. Like. Yeah, you've experienced that.
You know what always irked me with Batman? You never see him doing the eye makeup. Ever.
Nope.
And in fact, in Batman Returns, there's a scene where they rip off his cowl and the makeup's
it's gone.
Yep. It's like, what the fuck?
Let me tell you what.
It's supposed to be. I don't think there is supposed to be makeup. I think it's just supposed to be like a Hollywood trick.
Alfred, cue up the Echo and the Bunnymen.
And let me tell you what, that makeup doesn't go away because it gets caught. And, it looks like you're wearing eyeliner for 2 days afterward. Yeah. Because even though you can wash it off the rest of your face, it still gets in your eyelashes and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah, you can't shift it. Yeah, yes. It's, I know. Yeah, I do dress up as well now and again. Yeah, it's all coming out tonight, isn't it? Really. Only on weekends, though. There we go.
But
I dress up for children too.
I was more. The reason why I burst up laughing is I had a distinct visualization of Matt just showing up at like a retirement home, like an old folks home, dressed up as a character, and they're like, "Who are you?" It's like, "Hi there, I'm Deadpool. You got any chimichangas? Are you my son?"
No.
Once he dressed up as the Grim Reaper. That was bad.
Oh, now there's an idea.
Fucking hell, just knocking out the window and pointing. Oh god, that is classic.
I'm gonna dress up as Ghost Rider and show up to one of those places. That sounds like a good idea. It's the death.
What could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go?
Oh, that is class. That is class. That is class.
I couldn't quite get the Spawn outfit, so instead I decided to wear a cloak. It works fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Also, I couldn't get the chain, so I decided to bring a scythe with me.
Yeah, there's just one lying around. Not the farm.
Man, they've been teasing a new Spawn movie for the longest amount of time.
Really?
Todd MacFarlane seems
I was
like
gonna say
constantly.
Seth MacFarlane. Todd MacFarlane was just talking about it this weekend. Yeah.
I'd be great if Seth did it then.
Funny thing though,
Can be directed by Seth MacFarlane.
without at all bringing up social commentary.
He does
or
all the
social
voices
justice and
as well.
whatnot, Spawn was the first movie to make me aware of interracial relationships, and I was cool with it. I am not even. I was a little kid when Spawn came out, but like, there was the fact that the main character was a black guy, and then his wife got into a relationship with a white guy, and I was like, oh, that's a thing. Because before that, when you're really little, you just sort of assume everybody dates their own race. Because it's you're a small child, so you never know their cousin. See, but I was thinking about that recently because again, I'm not going to get into it, but I read one of those sort of like why we need movies like Ghostbusters, and I was like, we don't really need that though. It's like, well, they bring up the social issues because for me, as a small child, it was fucking Spawn that made me go like, oh hey, that main character is a black guy. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then that was it. And that was the extent of my logic. And it was the same thing. Like, oh, there's a white guy dating a black woman. I didn't. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's it. And it was weird because I was trying to think anecdotally because again, you read these kind of articles and you're like, well, that's a bunch of bullshit. But then you think about how it applies to you. And for me, I was like, no, it wasn't. It isn't. It obviously isn't movies that are like, empowered female main character. It's stuff like Aliens where you kind of don't realize it. And you're like, oh, this is fucking awesome.
True. Yeah.
And it isn't until somebody else who's like, isn't it interesting that main character is a woman? And you go, huh,
oh, yeah.
Really?
I didn't really notice. Yeah.
I mean that hair, are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen,
You're saying
I'm
Sigourney
excited about the new story.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I was just going to go back. You're saying Sigourney Weaver's quite manly. Is that what you're saying?
You know what? She's selectively manly because sometimes she's also quite feminine. She's like one of those women that seems to get kind of more attractive the older she gets. I'm not saying that right now she's particularly my taste, but it's like, I remember watching Galaxy Quest and being like, wow, this is the same woman from fucking Aliens?
Yeah. But I always have that feeling when you're watching her, I'm like, I reckon she's got a cock. Is that, do you get that vibe? No? Is that me?
I've never thought that. Hey guys, I'm excited for the new story.
No, but Sigourney Weaver. Oh, okay, I'm taking the piss. Do we have a new story?
Though. Should we jump into the story already?
I think we should. Okay. Welcome to the news story selected by...
It's going to last us another 50 minutes?
Say what it is.
Yeah. Selected by Seth, so if it's shit, it's his fault. Born of Darkness by a photica. Well, I'll have that, yeah.
It's Teen Titans.
Okay, it's Teen Titans.
Just to clarify.
Well done, yeah. Selected by Seth. After Beast Boy leaves the Titans unexpectedly. I'll do the intro. It's up to the teen to find a replacement. Not long after putting ads in the paper and sorting through recommendations, an unnamed mysterious figure arrives to take the void left by the former Titan. Following him, a dark and ruthless force never before seen by anyone on the planet, let alone this dimension. I'm going to skip over the author's note because that looks a load of crap.
It might be Eric, guys. It might be Eric.
10 years ago.
Spoiler. Book 1. Hold on, no. Oh yeah, well, hold on, this is... But where's all these titles?
Did that.
Book 1, The Damnation Chronicles. How many books is this? Chapter 1.
Dun dun dun.
New arrival. So impressed with all you do, tried so hard to be like you, flew too high and burnt the wing, lost my faith in everything. What song is this? Lick around divine debris, taste the wealth of hate in me, shedding skins.
Somewhat damaged by Nine Inch Nails, I think.
Is it? This machine is
Why does every
obsolete.
fucking story have lyrics?
Yeah, Nine Inch Nails lyrics as well. There's a certain...
I gotta tell you, It's
Is it?
Man, you say, why does every story have lyrics?
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking about it, and I've been working on this book, and each chapter opens with not that many. It opens with just like a line from a song. Each chapter does.
When done right, beginning the stand with all our times are done. Don't fear the Reaper. Beginning the stand.
I got it
Reaper.
from Stephen King. He does
Yeah.
it all the time.
He does, yeah.
Really great.
Yeah.
Beginning Breakfast Club with these children that you spit on as they try to change their world. They're quite aware of their consultations. They're aware of what they're going through. Brilliant. Starting your fan fiction with all the love in this world, whatever from Nine Inch Nails. Not brilliant.
Yeah, it's 9 Inch Nails. Somewhat
Good point,
damaged.
good
You're
point.
all right. There's a certain whimsy to the fugue. You either a clever nomad, or fucking hell, it's going to be one of them.
Oh, I knew this was a good choice.
Or Seth's fault, or the dismal result of failure and disorganisation. In a world of broken families, saturated poverty and sadistic crime, the average person cannot afford a single miscalculation. The consequences are severe, more dire than death itself, yet people move. Men grab their duffel bags of clothes and a wad of money and head to the nearest city, promising new jobs in life. Women sneak away in the tendrils of an inky night and arrive at a new bus station, eyes wide and hopes high. It's the start of a new story, the beginning of a new chapter, even in the inherited risk.
Hey, it is the start
carries.
of a new story.
It is. It's like
Meta.
they know.
Doodaloo.
Jump City was a place for people like that to run away and start over in, no matter the cost. Refugees, fugitives, standard class civilians and lords of the underground would arrive with dreams of conquest and ghosts of worry. Sure, it was bigger than most places. There were more jobs and more places to live, more colleges and more facilities. Amenities came with a price, though. Regardless of how well the city was protected, it was always open to new threats. Neolithic devices ran by newborn horrors brought in the womb of the city's dark underworld. Most of them, none of this is actually going in. I'm just reading it. I'm not actually registering any of this.
I remember being 15.
Yeah.
That's what I keep thinking.
This is hormones. Most of them would be fought off, pushed back to their origins or destroyed, but in the grand course of time, all odds and evens being favourable to chance, the possibility exists that something unprecedented could arrive.
Holy crap, is this pretentious.
Something infinite and ancient. It is only then that the integrity, stability and effectiveness of good can be tested again. Again, the forces of true evil against. Not the petty stealing or the ephemeral leftovers of a passionate murder. Not the misgivings of a Jesus, there's a hell of a lot here. Not the misgivings.
I really feel like you should have a distortion over your voice, and we should just have like a drum line playing. And
Not
bam,
the
it's gonna be
mysteries
awesome.
of a fraud or the fame of a forgery. Not a drug lord serving his customers. Not a whore pleasuring the buyers of the streets. This was small time. A true force of evil has no principle. A drug lord keeps his stock in, exchanges his illegal goods and services for capital or currency, but an entity of darkness, something not bound by space and time, will obey its own principles, even if they're sadistic. With every moment, something beyond good and evil approached. It was pitch black out. I'll breathe there.
Just
What
a
is
few
this
more
author's name?
paragraphs.
Aphotica?
Aphotica.
How do your own farts smell?
It was pitch black out. The only light provided by the
Oh god,
man.
this is still going on!
Yeah. By the man-made.
I just checked my email!
Just keep checking your email. We've got a long way to go. Sodium-fused fixtures illuminating the streets underground and the subways. All that could be heard were the rumbling of the passing trains and crumpled newspapers rolling around on the frigid concrete. Aboard a car in one of the trains, a single figure sat. He was cast in darkness, sitting in the only obscured corner available. The lone man, probably in his late teens. I really wish I had brought a drink into the studio. I'm fucking drying up already. The lone man, probably in his late teens or so, was wrapped in an obsidian black trench coat and a haze of shadows. It was... Hi, I'd like to buy a haze of shadows. Do you sell them in the shop? Large?
He's gonna go shoot up Columbine!
It was all that could be distinguished about him. The train slowly rumbled to a stop, hydraulics squealing with the eerie sound of metal kissing metal. The figure, silent and calculating, gathered up a single backpack with all his belongings in it and stood up. The door slid wide, welcoming to his new home, Jump City. After a few glances and a rolling cloud of steam and smoke gracing the subway station ahead, he paced out into the open. The train station was a tomb. The only sound was that of a light traffic drifting from up above. It came down in thin blankets, wrapping its hopeless melody, fucking hell, I'm losing it already, around a few homeless people and passerby. There's only one passerby. The figure slowly began to stalk across the open area of the underground station until he reached the stairs, kicking a few empty cups and bits of broken bottle along the way. Again, slow footfalls could be heard as he walked patiently up the stairs. The night air seeped in and mixed with that of the underground aroma of the city's transportation infrastructure. He stood atop the stairwell and surveyed his surroundings. It was quiet. It was a quiet night, save for a few police sirens in the distance and some cars going by. The figure began walking into the city. Breathe.
Wow, that was something.
What an intro.
I think the line that got me was he what is it, creeps through the subway there, like, for some reason.
You know
I just
what?
imagine that dun 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 dun.
You know what? Overall, it's not written that badly. It's just slightly pretentious.
So
Yeah, it's
angsty.
up itself.
See, slightly is a dramatic understatement. This is the equivalent of, like,
I'm trying to
nobody
be
understands me. Jessica in my 5th period class doesn't even know I exist. This will woo her.
So, what are we going to do now?
Robin.
Is that your Robin?
Leach.
Yes.
Robin Leach.
Because
Robin,
it's Robin Leach.
Robin asked, pacing
Okay.
the kitchen.
It's a very terrible Robin Leach impersonation.
It's good. It's
I don't know
good.
who that is.
It's good.
Oh, Lifestyles of the Rich and the Famous guy?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
I appreciate your reference.
Yeah, no, it's a good write. It's solid. Robin
good.
Lynch is pretty solid.
Yeah.
I want him to run
Ace
the fucking-
appreciates it more than I do.
I do appreciate
Okay,
it.
let's hear your cyborg.
I don't know. Hell if I
You've
know.
seen the show.
I'm not gonna talk like that. I'm gonna talk like this because it's a gritty story.
Cyborg yawned
Okay.
Fair
and
enough.
shrugged his shoulders, scratching somewhere on his cybernetic head. Robin growled in reply.
I put an ad out in the paper, but I seriously doubt anyone around here is up to the job. I question if we are sometimes.
He said. Cyborg didn't respond.
You're one octave away from doing the monster mash. You're literally one octave lower.
I was working in the lab.
Late one. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
It's good.
yeah.
Cyborg didn't respond. It had been 3 days, a triplet of perplexed hours since Beast Boy had left the Teen Titans. He had said it was a personal matter and nothing more. We should clap when it says Teen Titans, shouldn't we? Regardless, everyone had been confused but didn't question him. To the best of the group's knowledge, nothing fantastic had happened. Drama was thin, if there at all. For a while, they dug. All right, yeah, okay. Accusing on or the other of instigating it. I'm just reading as it's written. Perhaps a hidden affair or someone with their hands in the cookie jar. Maybe even Beast Boys. The arguments eventually faded to quiet murmurs. Now they were looking for a replacement, someone to fill Beast Boy's shoes. Expectations were low here to begin with. Morale was low and the promise of a new Titan was met with skepticism. Time passed, seconds turned to minutes, and night turned to day, and whatever the hell happens in between. Robin had been searching ever since he had left
Evening.
and come up with nothing. It was a vacuum of progress at best.
Oh, this is me. Okay.
Robin.
Come on. There must be something or someone you can think of.
Robin questioned, stopping and placing his hands on the tabletop. Again, Cyborg shrugged. He was getting kind of pissed that Robin kept badgering him, but he was too tired to do anything about it. Who was tired? Cyborg. Robin needed someone to talk to, so he hadn't let Cyborg go when the girls had gone to bed.
I guess it's Cyborg.
Yeah.
Matt, you're not getting any tonight.
Cyborg flipped him off.
Whatever.
Robin sensed someone in the room and spun around. Starfire stood in the doorway, looking very tired.
Oh, yeah, Starfire. Could you be kind enough to keep your voice down? Others are trying to sleep you now.
She said, rubbing her bloodshot eyes clad in panties and a bra.
Panties.
Oh, it's getting hot. For a moment, her figure and smooth skin distracted him.
I lost composure. See something you like?
She asked, placing a hand on her hip.
It's just like the show.
Exactly.
Sorry. With Beast Boy gone, we got a serious problem. One we need to talk about right now.
Robin insisted. Star shook her head and left, catching a glimpse of the boys taking their time watching her leave. She dispersed back into the darkness, the sound of a door closing quickly, whispering into silence. Cyborg hunched forward, sighing.
You know, you could probably get laid by both of them if you quit being like this.
We have a responsibility, Cyborg. Serious responsibility here.
Just like the show.
Exactly. Cyborg groaned inwardly. Sleep wasn't coming. The figure
I didn't
stopped.
think Cyborg slept, but
I
whatever.
know. Shut that. I don't know. I'm not sure. The figure stopped in front of the massive tower set upon the coast of the ocean. The sheer height was enough to make him question a very deep, long-forgotten fear of heights. Tilting his head, he looked up at it, realizing the thing was shaped like a massive T. This was it. The ad in the paper demonstrated a physical glory as a checkpoint in an arcade game. The figure began slowly walking up to the tower as he had been for the whole way there. Every step calculated, collected, and aware. Alert, as he approached the main entrance, he depressed a button that would grab the attention of those occupying the tower.
You mean like a
gonna meet 'em.
doorbell?
A doorbell? This is crazy. No, it's like a button that would grab the attention of those occupying the tower.
Oh, totally different. I
Totally
see.
different. It is. Maybe they'd
Guys, we're gonna
scurry.
meet 'em.
Maybe they'd scurry or feel indifferent. The figure wrapped in his heavy dust-rugged trench coat could only imagine the reactions: indifference, excitement, repulsion. Waves of scenarios ran through his head. Each left an imprint, sort of reminder, like all things had in his life. Purposes were always nerve-wracking. Even he expected this, yet anxiety would still attempt to possess him. Every moment was a moment of battle with his inner self, and no matter how exhausting, the young man kept his wits sharp with surgical precision.
Whoa!
The figure stood patiently and waited for a reply. Robin was in the middle of a sentence when he heard the intercom buzz. His brows perked and a beat in his heart fluttered. Maybe, just maybe, salvation had arrived. Cyborg stood, turning with a glare to the comm unit.
Who the hell is calling this late?
Maybe it's someone about the job.
Robin replied.
Come on, man.
Robin returned the kind gesture of Cyborg's middle finger presented earlier, hurrying to the intercom. No quicker than the blink of an eye, he pressed for a reply.
Yeah.
He asked. There was a moment of silence that was eventually broken by a stoic voice.
Guys, I'm so happy that we have someone to replace the void of Eric. Are you excited?
I am. Let's see what he brings. I
This
think
is
this
it.
is your character.
This
Yeah,
is
I
it.
know.
Big one. It's the big one.
I'm here about the job.
Was the only reply. It's worth the wait.
No shit.
No shit.
It added.
Okay, we'll meet you in a minute.
Robin said. Most of them were awake by now. The calamity of a late-night call brought mystery and wonder. In their line of work, you had to keep on edge. Ready to leap into the canyon of battle
I
at
keep
a
on edge
moment's
every day.
moment's notice. Even if the notice wasn't there at all, passing through the metal and concrete tinged glow, the woken Titans, Cyborg, Robin, and Starfire began heading downstairs. The lone figure waited outside the massive tower as rain began to fall, pouring over his stone expression. The small droplets of water ran off his trench coat, tapping on the steel-tipped boots he was sporting. As the night saturated the cool air, the lone figure found himself at home, merely waiting to be invited inside. The door suddenly opened to reveal 3 people standing inside. He stood, recognizing each face and body from various sources he'd previously encountered, ranging from news articles to fan conventions of local crime fighters.
Won't you come in?
Robin.
You can enjoy our luxurious home, decorated with the most beautiful chandeliers. They contain Tiffany glass. It's very, very exciting.
Where did you get that chandelier from? Robin, the leader, asked.
I live in the home of a very, very rich man. His name is Bruce. Oh, I mean, I'm not supposed to tell you.
The nameless man didn't make a move for several seconds, only staring and studying the few famed individuals to his fore. Finally, after a moment of scrutiny, the figure paced inside with such calm it rivaled the eye of notorious storms.
I'm not going to be able to stop talking like this.
You're cursed now. Stuck like that. The doors shut firmly, echoing a sort of matrimony of metal closure. The figure still drenched. The figure still drenched from the dreary eve's rainfall found himself in a long corridor with a single door at the end and 2 sliding doors on the middle right section of the hallway that was surely an elevator. Robin spoke first.
You said
Surely
you were here about the job, right?
He asked as they began walking down the hall. The figure simply nodded as they reached the doorway, even his body language seemingly devoid of emotion. From there, they entered a large rec room with a massive TV, video games, stereo system, and a huge curving couch. Seems like a nice gig, the nameless man thought, still glancing around with silent precision.
Man, Tony, you're pulling some serious duty this story.
Fucking hell. None of it's sinking in at all. I'm just like stumbling through the words. It's fine.
Duty.
Duty.
Won't you have a seat?
Starfire asked. The nameless individual shook his head and went to stand in the centre of the room, as if waiting for something. An uneasy silence filled the room, the 3 titans sitting on the curved couch, eyes fixated on the dark stranger. In the light, he could be seen more clearly now. A rough, worn face, a head, closely cropped black hair, and icy focused blue eyes. He removed his backpack, sitting it on the table next to him with a precarious grip. He's a suicide bomber. The bag's going to blow up. His trench coat followed, revealing, because they never checked him, did they? They just let him in. His trench coat followed, revealing a figure that possessed seemingly toned attributes. Underneath, he wore a
Drink
dark
every time I say figure.
Oh right, yeah. Underneath, he wore a dark black long-sleeve shirt clinging to his core and shoulders, black baggy jeans, complete with tears and nicks, and steel-tipped combat boots made from leather.
Guys, it's Eric.
It is Eric. It does look like Eric.
Good God!
Steel-tipped combat boots made from leather darker than a stained volcano.
Oh my
A stained
God.
volcano.
Fuck.
What the fuck does that mean?
You've got great amounts of shit upon our volcano.
Dark
Call
is a
it
stained volcano.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? We're not going to just hand out the job.
Robin asked.
That's not generally how jobs work, after all.
Yeah, you've come in, you can have it. Robin asked, finally breaking the silence.
Yeah, we will.
Cyborg added. Someone will. Cyborg added.
I'm turning into Jet from Cowboy Bebop, I'm realizing.
Shut up, Cyborg.
Robin folded his hands together, removing his scowl from the man and machine hybrid.
So, abilities?
Yes,
The young man nodded.
I have enhanced physical abilities and believe that I am capable of fulfilling the duties of a Titan.
Duties.
Duty.
What's your name?
Starfire asked. That's a killer. Seth, can you legally change your name to this name? Legally change
Seth
your name.
Black, no.
You only
Black
need to change your
doesn't work.
surname.
Seth Obsidian.
Seth replied. Again, an uneasy silence or lots of laughter. Was it his last name? It sounded like something pulled from a cartoon, or worse, a serial novel. Unbelievable,
worse.
sure, but the situation was fantastic enough. Oh yeah.
That's an interesting name. Now, when you say enhanced physical abilities, what do you mean?
Robin asked.
You'll know in due time.
Seth replied in a level, monotonous voice. He's got a massive cock. That's what it is, isn't it?
All right, Seth, you got the job.
Why? Because he says he has abilities.
Apparently we
I'm not
don't.
going to tell you what my abilities are, but
Apparently we don't do
very
enough
good at getting
vetting
away with
around
rape.
here, just like the United States of America, apparently. But for now, let's get some rest. We'll be adjourning upstairs to the amazing master bedroom, which opens onto the master bathroom with this gigantic jacuzzi tub inlaid with real pink marble.
Robin said. He got up and headed back out into the hallway towards the elevator. Everyone else followed. As they reached the top of the tower, where the dorms were located, everyone piled out of the elevator, somewhat avoiding Seth.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, well, wait, what? Who? Oh, Starfire, will you show him to a room? Preferably
Robin.
not your room.
You slut. Robin asked.
Alright.
Starfire replied as Robin and Cyborg began heading to their rooms, motioning for Seth to follow her. Invitations were bliss in his eyes, though he never expressed this. Regardless, he did so holding his trench coat and backpack under one arm.
So, are you new to town, Seth?
Seth shrugged.
I'm new in. God damn, I'm gonna have to fucking do this for the whole fucking story.
No.
I'm new everywhere I go.
She stopped,
That's deep.
collapsing her arms. She stopped, collapsing. How do you collapse your arms? A door. The door, while large, implied a small room hidden within. Perfect, Seth thought.
Well, here you go. My voice is going all over the place. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Starfire said, clearly on drugs. Seth shouldered his bag.
Seems good enough. Thanks.
Star only nodded, then turned and began heading towards a room which was down the hall. Seth watched her go, amused at their uncomfortable nature around him. Granted, he would likely be uncomfortable if someone showed up at his house, homeless and claiming such wonders and abilities. What wonders and abilities?
Yeah,
did
no
he claim?
shit.
Fucking hell, schizophrenia comes to mind. That and a bad habit of running through money, hence homelessness. He pressed a button on the wall.
That's what causes homelessness. Just spending too much money.
Running through money. He pressed a button on the wall, the door sliding open. The door sliding open with little resistance. A quick probing of the dark adjacent wall revealed wall revealed a switch which he promptly flipped. A synthetic titanium white glow basked the room.
This is the most frustrating thing you've ever had to read. I'm actually getting mad because all it is, all in this entire paragraph is he reached over and turned on the light switch.
Full
That
stop.
is what you're trying
End
to
of paragraph,
fucking say.
yeah.
And instead it's just like, the
Blah,
dark
blah, blah, blah,
synthetic
blah.
night was cast upon the... It's, oh my god. He turned on a light switch. You're not
very
fucking
Tolkien
Stephen
in
King.
that. It's very
Yeah, it is Tolkien. Yeah.
Because
Synthetic-
Tolkien will take
yeah.
forever to describe the most mundane thing in the world.
Open the door.
Yeah, I
But then-
was thinking it's very Tolkien-esque, this story.
But then, you know, it was funny. That motherfucker starts his book with, if you know Gandalf like I know Gandalf, I don't know Gandalf!
A synthetic titanium white glow basked the room, each corner and nook exposed in the inanimate nude Not too bad, he thought.
God.
There was a large bed in one corner, accompanied by a nightstand with a lamp and a clock on it, and what appeared to be a boombox, the kind you give your brat of a child to blast rebellious music. In another corner, tucked away in the
Your brat of a child to blast rebellion.
Yeah.
That boombox looks like it could go to a brat.
To play
I'm
rebellious music.
sorry. Are you
Yeah.
saying that no good child can listen to a boombox? Are you saying that like an innocent girl can't listen to her Britney Spears or Taylor Swift?
No, she's a brat.
No, it's just like, I'm gonna play the Sex Pistols and rebel against you, man. Then I'm gonna write a Teen Titans fan fiction where it takes me 2 fucking paragraphs to explain how turning on a light switch, man.
In another corner, tucked away in the after effects of light scattering on the solid meeting walls, a desk with paper, pens, and a comfortable chair. Hold on, the comfortable chair was on the desk. In a third corner...
The room has the contents of a fucking room in it, okay? Like, he walked in the room. It looked like a room. There was a desk, a bed, and a chair. Whoa! Fuck!
In a third corner was a great-looking dresser.
Yes!
And a full-length mirror. Just what Seth needed to examine himself should the
That's
time
what
arrive.
mirrors are for!
You know what I mean?
Should the time arise?
Yeah, so basically,
Should he need to look at
masturbate
himself?
while
goes.
looking in the mirror and crying. The final corner, modest one, contained a small
You just
cloth.
described my life, Tony.
We're describing this from corner by
I'm
corner.
describing mine as well, I think, actually. The final corner, modest one, contained a small closet and a bathroom with a shower stall.
What's in the
toilet,
Hold
sink.
on! What's in the bathroom? Do we need to fucking know what's in the bathroom? Do we really fucking need to know what's in the
I need to
goddamn
know.
fucking bathroom?
A shower
know
stall,
the personality of
toilet,
this bathroom.
sink, counter, a medicine cabinet. What colour?
He just described. Whoa, no way.
Seth
He just described.
That's like
Obsidian.
precisely a fucking bathroom. This is the most like I'm not even
toilet.
I'm no hyperbole. I'm
Shower.
actually really frustrated right now at how like nothing has happened so far. The only thing that's happened is Cyborg's like, "Yo, dog, we need to get us a new Titan," and Robin's like, "Yeah, for sure." Then a guy shows up and he's like, "You don't need to know my powers. Okay, here's your bedroom," and then he walks into his bedroom.
Holy shit,
Whole
hit it
fucking
back.
story. The whole fucking first chapter comes down
It's not
to
even
2
that
lines.
descriptive.
Oh, but it's frustrating.
It's like
It's not that it's
verbal
like he's
diarrhea.
going about to describe like as he entered the room, he noticed that there were 4 corners. Not unusual for a room. There was a door. like whoa! I'm glad to know that this is a box-shaped room. The floor was made out of some sort of carbon-based material, solid to the touch and not liquid.
The bed looks like something that he could sleep on should the need arise.
Should the need to right? Seth.
He had slept on similar beds before, but he had also slept on beds that weren't so similar.
Seth Obsidian tossed
Every bed he slept on was a new bed.
Oh, Seth Obsidian!
Seth Obsidian tossed his things down onto the ground and strode across the room, the door sliding shut behind him. Automatic doors, he grinned beneath his expressionless face. How did
Oh,
he grin
good.
beneath
What?
Okay. Where to be expected.
What?
Removing his shirt and pants.
Is he
was-
covered in scars?
I don't. Yeah.
Oh god, of course he is.
Removing his shirt. It's Eric. We can't recognize him. He's changed his
He doesn't
name.
have a beer gut though. This guy's sculpted. This like Eric had a gut.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
Like Eric had that tight dad body. This guy has a son body. Like I hope Eric and him hook up. They have a weird fucking father-son kind of relationship.
Well,
That'll be
I
our
know
next
what
fan
I'm
fiction.
staying up tonight,
I know,
right?
There it is, Mark. That's it. That's inspiration.
just take the script for Batman versus Superman, but replace Superman with Eric and Batman with Seth Obsidian.
Eric versus
Seth
Seth Obsidian.
That's it. It's there. Fucking hell. Writes itself. Removing his
Do you
shirt.
blade?
Here we go.
You will.
It is a great line. Removing his shirt and pants was easy enough. Followed by
Oh,
socks,
good.
leaving only the boxer briefs and a worn, sculpted body. He crawled under the blankets of the bed and immediately fell into a deep sleep, ready to fend off the nightmares his mind would bring. Are you sure this is not Eric?
Of course.
This is Eric. It's got to be Eric.
It's Eric.
He's got into shape.
Yeah,
And,
he just got
yeah.
into shape and changed his name.
Are we hitting chapter 2?
No.
Are we?
It's not too long.
No, it's not. It's not that big.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we
Should
can
we
do
do
it. I mean, this is very Tony-centric. more lyrics too. We
Deep,
could just skip
deep
those.
breath.
Can we skip the fucking lyrics?
No. Chapter 2, Titan Tower, standing on the edge of the underworld looking at the abyss, and I'm hoping for some miracle to break out to escape from all this. Whispers in the air tell the tales of a life that's gone. Desolation, devastation, what a mess we made when it all went wrong. Ultraviolet illumination spilled into the room through the overly large windows that Seth had not bothered to cover up the previous night. He could slap himself for forgetting, a deep regret washing over the lethargy that soon followed. Fancy not
there's so much
closing
Tony
the blinds.
here. I could get up and go to the bathroom and
I thought you had
back.
before.
Holy shit, this is just... you know what's repulsive? Do you know what's repugnant about this?
You got stuff.
All of this is just to get him out of the room.
Yeah, this is him getting out of bed.
All of that is just to get him up and out of the room. That's how fucking he's like the woman of writing. Yeah, I said it. Some stereotypes exist. It's just like, hold on, I'm gonna be ready in 15 minutes, honey. 2 million years later, everybody's dead. Fucking bombs dropped. Just skeleton Mad Max world, and she's still like, I got my purse finally. Fucking Seth Obsidian, fucking Mad Max bomb, fucking kaboom.
I've got to agree with you, because when we're going out anyway, I always tell my wife that we're going out 30 minutes earlier than we're going out, just so
I
know
have to do that
should.
too.
It's fucking ridiculous.
You're not alone.
You've got to constantly lie, haven't you?
Women.
Seriously, I'm not being funny.
through.
I'm not being funny. Women just wreck everything. Ghostbusters, really? Seth had been away.
I'm taking a urine. You guys keep going.
Seth had been away for some time now, giving him ample time to explore his room. Oh, we've already done that. For a Titan Dome, wasn't so bad.
That was seriously just get up and leave.
Wait, for a Titan dorm, it wasn't
Okay,
so
keep going.
bad. What would you know about a Titan dorm?
Well, I don't know. That was his assessment last night, but was significantly more like a decent amount of sleep compared to the trek there. He felt his understanding of his environment was clearer. Seth made damn sure, that there was no listening, tracking, or spying devices. The world had gone rampant with intrusion, though he'd been trained to warn off the offenders. Devices were easily disabled when found or hacked to support his needs. He stretched, clad only in his underwear, glancing around. Yep, a room. Yeah, we get it, it's a room. Do you reckon he's never slept indoors ever? This is the first time. Other than his ace coming back. Other than the obvious furniture, just a few simple pair of dark, one-size-fits-all clothing and office supplies in the desk. Seth didn't see much. He assumed that the recreation room held most of the games and whatnot, though his suspicion was strong that the team had their own playthings. Oh, hello. Seth had made good use of the small washer-dryer unit. Whoa, we hadn't mentioned this. In the closet.
Oh, thank God he's washing his clothing.
Bloody hell. And now his clothes were mended and clean.
Alright, I have to go pee. I'll be back.
You just pee. Especially his trench coat, probably his most important asset. On a dark mahogany desk, we know about the desk, resided a slew of his possessions. He'd taken upon himself to clear the damn thing off earlier, also part of his training. Organisation is tantamount to, doesn't actually say. His eyes followed the display of utilities, starting with the left side. A 10-inch titanium, unbreakable combat knife, I put the pauses in, sharpened to the point of insanity. 2 handguns, cop issue 9mm, modified with a laser scope and a barrel designed for hyper rifling.
Sounds about right.
6 clips. Sounds legit. 6 clips of specialized armor-piercing projectiles, the most expensive kind. You couldn't get accompanied the pistol. Another pair of the clothes that he wore, sporting relatively good condition. A small journal that he contained every bit of information that was relevant. I'm fucking losing it. To specific parts of his life that he could think of within, finished off the right side of the personal gallery. These were all his personal belongings, though modest. They were indispensable. Seth turned his gaze over at the digital clock on the nightstand, its dull red numbers reading 8:04. Transfixed on the time, he began to think. The others would surely be getting up soon. He had heard footfalls outside his room, approaching and then receding. Some time ago, around 6. Oh shit! You back.
I actually have to go to the bathroom too.
You go. Perhaps. You know what? I'm just going to go right here in the studio in my pants. Perhaps that had been the other Titan, the other that he had not seen the night before. He hadn't known much about her other than she was a she, and probably the most reclusive of the group. He could respect that magnitudes more than other people their age. What the fuck? She was perhaps the only one worthy of interaction and communication from what Seth could gather. He suddenly pushed the chair back from the desk and rose to his feet in one live movement, starting a path for some food. Seth began walking towards the door and then paused. What a nice door, he thought. No, he didn't. Trench coat or not trench coat? Oh, jeez. He decided against it, settling for just his combat knife. What, naked and just his combat knife? That's sexy. He put it in the sheath and then placed that on a loop in his belt. Oh, fucking hell. It had been told to him that he looked intimidating enough without the knife, but he preferred the knife. It had done well for him in the past. Fucking hell. It had done well for him in times past. With his trusty blade, shiny and sleek, Seth began to head towards the door. Oh, he's still heading towards the door. He pressed the activation button, and it slid silently open to reveal the corridor beyond, completely devoid of life. Seth? Seth?
Yeah.
Oh, are you back?
Uh-huh.
Say fantastic.
In my voice?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
He whispered beneath his breath, slowly moving down towards the elevator. It was only his footfalls now, as lonely as that seemed. He activated it and then stepped in. Once the doors slid open, fascinated by the sheer metallic design. Oh my god. Metal tarnished. Sure.
Stop!
But
I hate this so much. I am going fucking batshit insane.
No.
Like I was not expecting this to be the most tedious, monotonous, just terrible. Like, why? Why does it take you literally half a chapter to walk downstairs? Nothing of fucking value has happened. We have no established villain. We have no established protagonist. We don't even have fucking A guy moved into their house and is now moving at the speed of stupid.
Ace.
Fucking can't up my brain.
Whoa,
like,
Ace, calm down. We need to find out.
I just saw where you were at. I saw that there was still like 3 more paragraphs to go before anybody else gets to talk.
Well, we need to find out what the elevator looks like.
I cannot fathom.
I'm excited.
How the hell? Like, you've been saying words and they're so meaningless to me.
I understood the individual words. I didn't know what the hell it was going. Yeah.
I didn't even understand words after a while. Like, after a little bit, my brain just la 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 la.
It's like saying the same word over and over again. It doesn't mean anything. Metal tarnished, sure, but a force with such cleaning prowess must have worked its wonders here. Oh, it's a clean elevator. There were tales of a janitor, an Italian one, that had adventures beyond reason and sanity.
Is that a joke? Do we have jokes in here? Oh boy! I'm glad that a little bit of humor got inside of our description of a room. Fuck yeah!
Maybe he had been here, or better yet, worked here. On the ride down, Seth pondered what his new life would bring him. He had managed to wipe out the previous threat in Grant City. Well, he hoped he had. The thing from the dark was a difficult foe, probably his greatest, and it would only serve as a bad omen for life in general if it remained. As the elevator came to a halt and the doors opened, Seth was drawn out of his pondering. He had arrived at the mess hall, knowing only that by the worn labels above each of the buttons. After leaving the
because
moving...
there was food served there. Food looked like food looks. You know, when you see food.
He had thought long and hard before about many meals that he had devoured, and had he really enjoyed them, or was he merely eating them to sustain himself?
Guys, we seriously need to get to this. We said this chapter wasn't long. It's taking forever.
It's gonna go fast now.
No, don't worry. You get to talk in another hour.
After leaving, After leaving the moving confined room, also known as the elevator, Seth strolled down the hall and in through the open doorway that led to the kitchen / dining room, a cafeteria suited best Suited for the best of crime fighters, there sat a single figure at the table, wrapped in a dark, purple hooded cloak. Near motionless, Seth realised he was staring at the other Teen Titan. If only he could remember her name. She drank from a mug and had a small plate of eggs and a piece of bacon on it, half eaten. Definitely deep in contemplation, or however saturated in thought you could get with a first meal, Seth noted, returning to his comfortable stride.
Who are you?
The figure asked, looking up from the table. Are you?
Wait,
well, okay.
Was that me?
No.
I think that's Raven.
Oh, you
Okay,
gave it
that
away.
makes more sense.
Spoiler.
Because that was a rude question if it was...
Yeah.
Who am
are
I
you?
playing? Am I Raven?
Who's Raven?
You could be Raven. That way you can talk to Seth. You guys can get some romance again.
Yeah,
Who
Matt.
are you?
The figure asked, looking up from the table. Within the hood, Seth could see a pale face.
Seth Obsidian.
I knew that line was going to kill me.
Oh my
Seth replied, heading over to the kitchen part of the mess hall. She sipped on her coffee, gently nodding.
Got here late last night?
He nodded.
He sounds exactly like Raven.
You're quiet.
Seth nodded yet again.
Well, get something to eat.
She lifted her coffee cup in the direction of the refrigerator, tipping him off that, yes, he had grabbed some sort of food from its depths. He gathered up a few pieces of leftover pizza, cold from the
triangular in shape,
cold
with
from the
cheese on
refrigerator,
it.
and a mug
Melty
of steaming
cheese.
hot coffee. Then he went to sit across the table.
I know your shapes, but not your face or name.
Seth sat down, sipping on his coffee.
I know your shapes?
Yeah. That's fucking weird.
Not surprising.
He's talking about tits. She set her cup down.
But it's Raven. Careful with your words, by the way.
Seth's brow raised, the young man stopping mid-drink.
Have I offended you? I've seen you in the media. That's what I meant.
No, but relax on the knowing people's shapes comments.
Raven was good at suggesting things.
I
Social justice Raven!
In a
I know
non-com...
I have great boobs and everything, but you're not supposed to mention it.
Stop staring at them in a non-confrontational way. It seemed very...
Free lives matter!
It seemed very lenient compared to some.
When did you arrive exactly? I wasn't quite awake. Specifics elude me.
Raven asked.
Midnight. On the dot. I
Seth-
actually got here a few minutes earlier, but I waited until it was exactly midnight.
Seth's
Stood
voice
outside.
in the rain. Seth's voice was flat. He went about eating his food and drinking the coffee, their conversation coming to an anticlimactic end. Together they ate in silence, sharing solitude was Seth's fancy, so long as it remained true solitude. So far, Raven was reciprocating. Either she was tired or didn't care for him. Her chords had always struck as somewhat antisocial, though Obsidian's had too. They both looked round, voices and footfalls of the others disturbing the peaceful silence that had fallen between them. Starfire, Robin and Cyborg all entered the mess hall. Cyborg stopped and looked at Seth, then at the pizza, and then back at Seth.
Hey man, that was mine!
He yelled.
I'm sorry. I didn't see anything limiting me.
So natural, the speech, so natural.
What? Okay, go on.
You can't go around doing that stuff. That I'm turning into you. I'm more gruff. This was my voice. This was
Like
my
it.
voice. You can't go around doing that stuff. That was mine. I bought it with money I earned doing repairs from the city stuff.
Cyborg crossed his
You're
arms.
turning into Grunkle Stan.
irate. It is.
Vegeta,
He's
what
back.
does a scouter say?
He's back.
Really, I'm sorry. I can buy you more.
Seth was trying to keep a sort of benevolence to him despite his shadowy appearance.
Some punk kid comes off the streets and gobbles down my food? You're a real piece of work, man. We have principles around here.
Obsidian became impatient, tired of dealing with Cyborg's inability to accept apology or reimbursement.
If Seth kills Cyborg, I'm going to laugh.
Deal with it,
Seth replied.
You can't just go around eating other people's food!
You want to make something of it?
Seth asked, turning to look Cyborg in the eye. The Titan was about to retort, but paused as he saw something in Seth's eye, the look of a dangerous person.
Get out!
Whatever, we hired him, so I guess he's gotta stay now.
I mean, whatever, man. It's cool. Just maybe for the next pizza.
Will do.
Seth finished the first slice. Cyborg ended up muttering to himself and going about collecting his own food. In a way, he's secretly grateful a new Titan had forced him to eat something remotely healthy. Yogurt, fruit, and oatmeal. He shook his head, finding a spot of his own to sit down. The others did the same, getting their breakfast.
So, Seth, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Starfire asked in a cheery voice.
Oh my god.
Oh, he
Seth,
hasn't seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
I'm 6 foot even, weigh about 175 pounds, and I am 17 years old. I hail from Grant City, 19 miles northwest of here.
Seth replied, downing the rest of his coffee. The Titans found his answers unsettling. Well, maybe not the answers themselves, but the way he said them.
How did you hear about us?
Starfire asked, determined to make the best of a bad situation.
Channels.
Seth replied.
What does that mean?
Of?
Robin asked.
Propaganda. What?
The fuck? Yeah. Even more confusing.
What did you do before you got here?
Starfire, now curious and seemingly infatuated with his history.
I was used as a one-man special assault and investigatory unit.
Which was
I hung
easy.
out and got drunk with Gumball.
Which was easy for Seth to say. Plain, blunt, and simple. Seth had his way with words, but most of all, facts.
His way to the facts.
No facts whatsoever.
I love how Seth uses facts.
Used?
Starfire asked. The others had stopped eating and now were looking at Seth. It was either out of being perplexed, curiosity, or anxiety.
God damn it.
Hello.
I swear, I silenced it.
You're not being a professional! You gotta fuck it up! You're gonna start from the beginning now! Everybody hit re-record!
Rewind, everyone rewind. Take two,
Police
and
force.
action. Welcome to the
police
only
force
comedy
there.
podcast.
God damn it, no. Shut the fuck
alright,
up.
sorry.
We're so close.
No.
The police force there offered food and water, shelter, clothing, everything essential for survival. In return, I was to hunt down various criminals in the city.
We've never heard of you.
Robin wiped away some orange juice from his lips.
Orange juice.
No, you wouldn't have.
What about your family? What did they have to say about this?
Cyborg leaned forward, fixated on the
My
following
dad's
answer.
too busy getting drunk with Gumball.
I was waiting for I killed my family.
They had nothing to say, because they did not exist.
After that, he would reply no further. He simply finished his food. He did kill him. Got to his feet and left. The Titans watched him go, and after a long moment, they finally went about eating their breakfast again.
Seems like we've got another Raven.
Robin finally said. Unhappy with his remark, Raven gave him a hard look and then departed, leaving the empty coffee cup behind. Very important.
What did I say?
Robin asked. End of chapter 2.
I'm so glad that's
God.
That was
Okay.
fucking funny.
We'll do 2 more chapters.
And we're all gonna kill ourselves.
I
Jesus.
fucking hate that. Holy shit!
Wow, that was
Like,
hell. That was.
I have never it's like a loose tooth. That entire story is like a loose tooth. It just sort of like fucking back. Like it's
like toothache.
It's
like toothache.
well,
I know it's so good, right?
Yeah. We're complimenting your choice of story, Seth. Well done.
No, I love the idea of Seth Obsidian. It's so hilarious that a guy just walks into their house and is like, I'm living here now.
I have abilities. You'll find out later.
And he's got a washer dryer in his room as well, which is good. So,
That's
nice.
nice.
Practical. I like the desk as well in there. And all that.
Yeah.
How did you
desk.
get here, Seth? I came here from the Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Oh, so guys, more next week. I'm going to use the healing power of my beard
Holy shit.
to get us the fuck out of this story until next week. I'm going to remind you all that if it looks like magic, it is not magic. It is science or worse. So deal with it. And I am not a motherfucking kid. See you all next week. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Farewell. See you next week. Bye, Seth Obsidian. Bye.